How's it going, guys? I'm Dionysius, and I'm a Rimworld addict. I love Rimworld playthroughs. I love the game so much. So much. But what I see a lot of are random playthroughs that are prohibitively difficult to most Rimworld players. A lot of people playing Rimworld, random just seems utterly unattainable because everyone plays it at stupidly high difficulty. The extra difficulty stuff makes it harder, blah blah blah. So what I want to do is I actually want to create a run through of Rimworld that's a little less intimidating. I'm just using a couple of basic mods for a bit of quality of life, but outside of that, this is going to be all vanilla. So I'm going to use the replace stuff mod, so I don't have to deconstruct and replace things. The wall light mod, so that the rooms just look nicer. The smarter construction mod, so that your pawns don't, build themselves into a corner and I don't have to micromanage that rubbish. And the blueprints mod, because it's just one of the best mods. You should have this mod. It's so good. You have to get that mod. It's amazing. And we're going to start with the regular crash-landed playthrough. So here's our guy, Randy Random. And normally you see people playing on losing is fun, blood and dust. We're going to actually go... We're going to go for strive to survive here. It's not going to be, a horrendous end-of-the-world situation. It's going to be, it's going to have a difficulty to it. But it's not going to be broken. Our seed for this one is going to be wine. And we'll keep all the other stuff as a standard. So we're not using ideology, we're not using royalty. This is just plain core gameplay apart from those couple of mods. One way we're going to try and make things a little simpler for us starting out. We want to find a nice area towards the center of the planet, like this. We want just some nice temperate forest, or maybe some regular old grassland, but I think a forest will work fine, because then we have plenty of wood resources. Over here, we've got large hills, temperate forest, right next to this road, and then we're close by two hostile factions and a neutral faction, so that actually works out kind of nice. Let's go for this. We're just going to do a bit of randomizing. We're going to work through here, get ourselves a nice, balanced 3-colonist assemblage. And I'll meet you back here once I've got it together. Okay, so we have our colony here now. Musk, named after, of course, Elon Musk, who is good at constructing and mining and not caring about people. We got Ross, named of course after Bob Ross, intellectual, social, artistic, good with animals, cooking and construction. Just a nice, decent little all-rounder who is beautiful and nimble. And Ramsey, our chef, who is also good at medical for some reason, who is psychically deaf, abrasive, and sickly. The only things we're really missing on our core skills here is actually just our melee skills and stuff, our combat skills. Everything else, we're kind of pretty good to go here. So let's go with this. 3 of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on this unknown rimworld as pieces of shredded starship fall around you. Start making plans to survive. So here we have our first colonist. We already have a little bit of wood and steel around, so that's nice. We'll prepare all of this, and let's immediately pause the game and do all of the usual early game stuff, all that boring stuff that nobody really wants to do, but you kind of got to do it. So let's take a look at our people here. Let's put manual priorities on, because I like to have those. Our schedule, let's just set that up right away. Here, 2-hour break, 4 hours. There we go. Mandatory recreation. You must have fun. You must. It is mandated that you have fun. And then let's see who's best at shooting. Elon Musk can shoot 1. You can shoot 1. And Bob Ross is better with a knife, which I mean, he always was good with his hands, right? Gordon Ramsay, you can take, I suppose, the pistol. And Elon, you can take the bolt-action rifle. So that's already equipped. All that's sorted. Alright, let's take a look at our map here. Okay, this is kind of nice to start off with. So we could start off already with a decent little mini compound in here, because all of that is going to be pretty quick and easy to wall off. This looks like a bunch of steel here that we're going to be able to get rid of. What's the roofing like on that? Doesn't look like there is any too, so we might be able to just clear that entirely away. If I did indeed miss the ancient... Oh, there it is. Yes, there it is. So that won't be a problem either. We're a little ways away from that. If we do want to go and open it, we can open it and trigger them to come through our kill traps that we will inevitably eventually set up. So let's start looking in this zone. We have some uranium and steel. This is nice. It's a decent little area. We can mine out some of this section, so that will be nice and cozy, and we can kind of square this away a little bit. So first of all, let's clear all this area of trees. Alright, and then I'm just going to go do a little pre-planning here, and I'll meet you back here and let you know what I've done. Okay, so let's we're just gonna go through the work priorities really quickly. We always set all of these to 1. We want Ramsey, our doctor, that's fine. Your basic bed rest, patient, firefighting, always number 1. We want Elon Musk to be our primary constructor, as well as our grower and miner, which is a shame because he's going to be quite busy all by himself. Bob Ross to be our primary researcher, and of course we want Ramsey to be our cook and our warden. And I think everyone right now needs to have hauling as a high priority. So we've got a few nice little rooms here set up and planned out. We've got our double wall fridge with an airlock right nice there, so it'll be nice and efficient. We have a butcher's room separate from the kitchen here, where we're going to be able to do all of our cooking. Dining room, which at the moment is just going to have 3 sleeping spots in it, and that's going to be the primary room we're going to get done before we move on to the bedrooms. And then this is going to be our main workshop. Now, the only room I'm currently missing is a storage room. We'll actually allow that room for now, because we're going to set a stockpile in there for just about everything for the time being. And then we'll partition things off and separate everything nicely. So we want all of our stuff under one roof there, and then we'll make a dumping stockpile for any chunks and materials like that, but we don't want any corpses in it, so we don't want rotten, and we'll remove corpses from that. And let's set these people going to some work. I'm actually going to assign all of them as well in fact, we do have 2 people, Ramsey and Musk, both do growing and plant cutting. I also haven't set out any grow zones yet, because I just want them to focus on this first. Get the first room built, and then we'll look at doing that stuff. We've almost got our first room ready. Once that's done, I'll allow the dining room, table, and stuff. Fantastic, and then we'll start allowing the bedrooms. Bob Ross already making use of the the horseshoe pin. Of course, the recreation was one of the first things they made. Makes perfect sense. And let's have a look if we've got any berries. We do. We have quite a few berries, it looks like. So we'll set those to harvest as well, so that we have a nice early food source. We have the first room available to us, so that's good. We also have a table, so they're not going to be complaining too much about this first day, because they're sleeping indoors. They have a sleeping spot, so hopefully their needs aren't going to be too bad. Awful barrack makes sense. Slept on ground, slept in cold makes sense. It's not that cold though. Oh, yeah, no, it's kind of cold. Ate without table. Well, we have a table now, so relax. And then, yeah, we're good to head into the next day. It looks like. Got Leighton the Doge. Don't know if I like the name Leighton though. I think considering it's bonded to Ramsey, we have to call it lamb sauce. So we'll focus on the bedrooms next, so that we can keep them happy, because the main 3 complaints on there were regarding their sleeping facilities. So let's just actually disallow all this stuff, so they focus purely and simply on the rooms and the beds. That's all we really need right now. And we can disallow all of those other chairs, because it's not the end of the world. Elon Musk has already leveled up his construction. That's very nice. We can disallow that one. And now we can start in there. New lovers. That was very quick. Gordon Ramsay and Elon Musk want to sleep together already. Good God. Well, it's time to redesign the first room then, I guess. Okay. Cancel those and we'll build a double bed. And then we have a spare room. So that's a good start. Unfortunately, that unless the relationship ends well, it's going to be bad for us when they break up and get mad at each other. So let's just hope it doesn't go that way. So the stockpile's being utilized. That's nice. Lamb sauce is already eating the food, so we need to arrange some animal zones. So let's create a new animal zone called Aminals, and we will allow all of this surrounding area. Now, you may have seen down the bottom there something else that I've planned out. I'll explain that very shortly. But it is my usual kill box setup. It's going to be hard to tell right now, purely because it's not built. But this is going to be a corridor for our people to walk through with the double doorways for security reasons. This is going to be a nice funnel filled with sandbags that leads them into this area. These are going to be pillars so that our people can line up behind them without any issues, and then once we actually have the research unlocked for it, this is going to be lines of turrets. So it's a very effective system that I've found works incredibly well. Lamb sauce, you're not supposed to go in there. I haven't signed you yet, that's why. There we go. This is all coming along nicely. There's the extra spare room now. That's all set up nice, so I'm happy about that. It's all wood at the moment, which is unfortunate, but what resources do we have around here? We have a tremendous amount of slate, which is not really ideal. We have some machine components here, so that's nice. We'll utilize those for sure. We got granite though, and sandstone. Granite is a phenomenal resource in this game. It's a very strong material that's going to be perfect for building our perimeter defenses from. So we can also set up to start mining some of that later too. But let's focus on building up our land first. And Ramsey is inspired with trade. That's not particularly useful at this point in time. So we'll start building all of our stuff from wood initially. Because of the replace things mod, I'll be able to just build stone walls over this, and they will deconstruct the wood and replace them, and I don't have to micromanage it. So that's a very handy little quality of life mod. Ramsey's not sleeping in his bed. Ramsey, go to your correct bed, then you'll be happy. Ooh, a transport pod crash right away. An enemy Viper. What do you look like? Fast learner, great memory. Oh, those are good skills. He's incapable of skilled labor though, so that's unfortunate, but he's a good fighter. Okay, we can definitely utilize one of these rooms as a prison for the time being, and go and capture this guy. So let's get our Dr. Ramsey to go and do it. Okay, he's doing it. Nice, excellent. Okay, great. And we'll set this prisoner to reduce resistance. This person could still be useful in the early days of the colony at the very least. They're not ideal because of their lack of skilled labor, but The fighting and the animals, they're good skills for us to have. And the social as well. We don't really have anyone working with animals right now, so they could definitely come in handy. Okay, oh, we need torches. We don't have any light in any of these rooms. And I also need to look into researching some batteries. We're gonna have a research bench soon once I enable this room. In fact, let's do that now. A mad squirrel! Thankfully it's a little ways off, but it's gonna take all hands on deck to manage it, I think. Okay, we'll send Ramsey to deal with it. And Bob Ross can have a revolver. Where's Elon Musk going? We'll draft him too. Ramsey's a little injured. He's also the doctor, so I'm sure he'll be okay. There we go. No immediate danger, he just got some scratches. That's perfectly fine. We'll also set him to self-tend. I feel like that's going to be important. And we'll set all of them to just only herbal medicine for the time being. So we need to add a bill to the butcher table to butcher creatures forever. And a bill to cook simple meals until we have... let's just say 100. That's a safe number. Okay, research. We will have the bench soon, so we need to look at batteries first of all immediately. Rare thromos. Randy's coming in hot so far. Giving us a mad squirrel and some rare thrombos. Nothing too dangerous right now, which is nice. I'm kind of thankful for that. Let's set all of these berries to be harvested. Because before long we're going to have our refrigeration room prepped. And hopefully by the time we've got that built, we may have batteries researched as well, because our main thinker, good old Bob Ross, is quite an intelligent gentleman, it turns out. Okay, Ramsey's fully healed, perfect. He's gonna go get some heal roots so that these kinds of things don't have to worry us ever again. Viper's healing well in their prison shed. Let's see what their resistance is looking like so far. Oh, it's going down quite quickly. Ramsey's making good work of those trees. An eclipse. Good, that doesn't affect us at all. We don't have any solar panels or anything like that, so we're not too concerned. Cargo pods. Ooh. Of chem fuel. That's interesting. I don't think I could make a use for that right now. Okay. I think our faction has to be called Happy Little Trees because of the wonderful Bob Ross. And I think our settlement should be called SpaceX Kitchen. Because SpaceX is basically another part of hell because Elon Musk runs it. And so therefore it is Hell's Kitchen, where Ramsey also belongs, so that's nice. We also need to think of a name for our brawler here, our fighter, who's incapable of skilled labor but good at social. I'm kind of leaning towards Conor McGregor at the moment. Do please throw some comments down below if you have any other name suggestions. Our stone cutting table, we definitely need to start adding a bill for granite blocks until we have 1,000 will be fine for now. There's no chunks on the map, I don't think, for granite right now, though, so that's a little unfortunate. Oh, no, there is. There is. Aha. Let's just sleep through the night onto the third day, I believe it is. Oh, he's botching the construction of a torch. All you're doing is wrapping cloth around it and setting it on fire. How do you botch that? Viper's mood is low. Mostly because he's in a lot of pain and injured, but we might be able to cheer him up with some daylilies. And at this point, I think we can start setting up some grow zones as well. So let's do this up here, I think. One of them, we will have some rice. 1, we will have heel root, which I don't believe we actually have anyone that can do yet, so that's just going to sit there for the time being, and that's not a problem. We want smoke leaf, and let's go for corn. We're still in spring, so corn is good. It takes a while to make, but it's not that much of a problem. Bob Ross is researching in the dark. There we go. Now you can research. And the tool bench is being built as well. That's going to help us a lot. Is anyone assigned to crafting? Elon Musk is. Who's better? They're both kind of mediocre at it. I'll put Ramsey on it. Because once we get those granite chunks, we can start building our main outer perimeter. We also need to start checking this to mine. And make sure we can get all of this away without having to worry about roofing. I may open this up as well. And we don't appear to have any mountain overhead tiles anywhere on the map. Mountain overhead tiles can be quite bad because that's what can cause infestations to spawn. And I've definitely had some bad times with infestations in the past, as I'm sure many people have. Our battery research is coming along kind of okay. There, I think we're gonna have to make our power zone kind of down here. And one there, and that will be our power zone. If you're not sure, a good way to stop these getting blocked without being able to pave it yet is to actually set up a grow zone over it. And then don't allow sowing, but do allow cutting. And then they'll never plant anything, but they'll always get rid of any plants that are in that zone. That can be our room of batteries. Oh no! A red fox is hunting lamb sauce. To arms! Oh, good God. Murder this fox. Get off our dog! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill the fox! Everyone go in and melee hit this thing in the face. Punch it in the face. Oof. Lamb sauce is rather hurt. Death in 13 hours. And then Ramsey can rescue lamb sauce and maintain them. Do we have herbal medicines allowed? Dr. Care, but no medicine should be fine for the purposes of this. And here we go. Lamb sauce should survive. Elon Musk and Gordon Ramsay are having a great time there. Wait, lamb sauce died? Malnutrition! How did I not notice that? I didn't even notice. Of course, that's why the exclamation mark was there. It was already down from starving to death. Gordon Ramsay's going to be incredibly upset now.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on, man.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Right here.
And he's happy because a cute animal nuzzled him. That's gonna be so sad. Oh, now, here's the other thing we need to do. We need to set up some zones. Right here. We'll just do the one. No, we will do another one, actually. And all we're going to do is set our priority to preferred. So this is a good way to streamline your cooking process. And set that for meat. And then we're going to copy those settings. We're going to create a new stockpile zone on the other side. And paste the settings. And instead of meat, we're going to change it to vegetarian. And then because they're preferred, they should be able to haul all of the meat there. And just for efficiency's purposes, we're going to not take it to the best stockpile, but instead drop it on the floor. And then that way, it's a bit more efficient. Oh, we've got a raid. That's bad news. They're preparing for a while though, so that's okay. So we can prepare as well. Oh, it's one person. emu, and they have a club. Well, that club's going to be fantastic for Viper. Trigger-happy psychopath with really good fighting skills. Oh, we could be in a lot of trouble here because we only have 2 people to fight them with. The Roarborble Covenant. Roarborble. Okay, Roarborble Covenant. He's just wandering naked in the wilderness, waiting for the moment to strike. Yeah, he's moving now. I figured it'd be about now. So we'll move our people into tree cover here. We're going to beat them. Excellent. Okay, you guys can no longer fire. And we'll just let Ramsey beat them. In fact, you all can beat them. There we go. We killed them. Excellent. Ramsey's grievously injured. I don't really want to start making graves and burying them because it becomes annoying. And then we need to start looking at laying some power lines. So we need to make sure we avoid, of course, leaving them out in the open as much as physically possible. That should cover basically everything. Until we get the batteries in, and then we can add those to the lines here. And get it all circuited together nicely. But I think, for a humble beginnings, we've survived our first raid, our first mad animal, and we've started constructing the first areas of our base, ready to prepare for what Randy Random is going to throw at us. So, if you have any thoughts or tips that you would like me to implement into this playthrough that you think would help with fighting Randy Random, please do leave a comment below. Otherwise, do like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys later for the next one. Goodbye. Oh, good. A cold snap, a heat wave, or tornadoes.
Bruh.
Don't do tornadoes, you devil people. Oh. I shouldn't have said anything. Tornadoes. Oh, that's so many tornadoes. Why are there 3 of them? No. Oh, our crops, our house. No. Monsters, look at what you did. We just built this.
A few moments later.
Oh. Oh God. Oh, the animals. Oh. Run, Brad, run.